be stinky and it's gonna be worse than, you know, just bathe them like 1-2 times a year or whatever. So that's because actually if you do bathe the dog with the shampoo and you not replenish the conditioner, you do not replenish the oil, then the coat gonna do it, the skin gonna do that themselves. So that means that oftentimes more you groom the dog and more you wash the dog without giving the conditioner back, the stinkier the dog is. Right?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Why?
Because it's like filling up its own oils with like
Yes.
Like waste.
its own skin.
What?
Like kind of like waste, like cells, like in the oil and stuff.
Yeah, because if you do not replace, again, like on place is which force?
Mm-hmm.
Which force is on play?
Which force?
Yeah, which force? Which phenomena is at play here?
Think back to the brain.
Think back to the beginning,
From the beginning.
almost the first.
Homeostasis.
Yes, the homeostasis. So everything needs to come back to how it was.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is a beginning, if you won't do it with a conditioner, the body gonna do it with a lanolin.
Yeah.
And lanolin stinks, sebum stinks.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's very important. So if you do shampoo, condition, and recondition, you can literally bathe the dog 3 times a day, every day, for the rest of their life. Nothing gonna happen because the homeostasis remain intact, right? So sometimes you need to know because sometimes the cuticle is damaged or very damaged, and sometimes there is nothing you can do rather than help, because this is nothing you can do, and that's what actually good at the cutting the coat, because this is damaged cuticle that cannot be reproduced, because the cuticle is the coat is dead, so you cannot replenish the dead thing. The maximum you can go is actually bouncing between 2 of these, and thanks God the coat grows. And oftentimes when the coat really grows wrong, like this would be the edges of the dog that we actually cut then, and then we kind of like so the younger coat is next to the scalp, right? And as it goes out, and this is how it grows, you know, every new layer is a new kind of like a little pan coin, kako se kaže, pan coin, šišak, pine cone, right? So the newest pines are coming out from the skin, and that's how the coat is created, right? So that's because, so now the lanolin and the conditioner, no matter of which 2 is here, right? It's greasy. So normally it's gonna attract all the dirt and the environmental pollutants and everything got stick to them. That's how the dogs get dirty. So if you really wanna clean everything up, you need to get everything out from that first and replenish it with a conditioner. In that sense, you're putting on a dog clean, conditioning emulsion, emulsion, like a product. You are putting back the product that going to actually mimic
I guess.
Yeah.
product.
Just think of like a cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. That's gonna rehydrate. We are calling it rehydrate, but it's not rehydrate. Actually, it's fatting it, right? Refatting effect is happening, right? So what we do with the first shampoo, we are removing all the dirts. That's a first layer, right? And with the second shampoo, we are going really deep into these pores in order to get out everything that's there. So you're gonna oftentimes see that after the first shampoo, it's foaming, but not as much as it's gonna foam after on a second shampoo, right? And after this, the coat is literally hungry for whatever goes on it, right? And then the second, so that's 1, and then 1A would be a second shampoo, and then 2 would be conditioner, plus additives. And additives at the moment we are having like a voluminizer for a volume. We have moisture. We have color. We have strength. And we have shine. So these guys are pretty much like a beauty centered, right? So what the volume does is actually when it gets inside the coat is actually stretches these guys. So stretch it, pushes them out, right? And that's gonna give them the volume, right? The moisturizer really locks them in, so the moisture the moisture of the coat and the skin usually do not get released through that environmental evaporation. So releases moisture, allows moisture to remain in the coat and skin for a longer time. Color is actually working to enhance the natural color because working on a pigment of the coat. That's where we see brown color and black color and the white color and everything. Like a white would be absence of the color, and the black would be all the colors combined. So that's kind of where the difference in between black and white is. So those are actually not a color. White means absence of it, and black means all of them. So if you learn to observe the dogs through the prism, there is only one color of the dog, and that's no matter which color of the dog is present, it's only because of the quality or actually of the reaction of the melanin, the same pigment that gives a color to the skin. So you cannot change it. You cannot make it more, how can you say, if you do not color it, right? That's one end. But you need to understand that actually what gives the color to the coat is the same pigment. So it's the same molecule, same. That's a protein actually. So what we want to do with the color thing is help protein, help melanin express itself in its full potential. And then when you focus on the melanin, then you get spectrum of the colors express themselves rather than having a shampoo for a white dog, for a black dog, for this dog, for that dog, right? So we are focusing on a color, bypassing the expression of the color and focusing on enrichment, the pigment on its own. Then the strength is actually making, developing a possibility of these things to cuddle and creates an extra layer. So kind of like the coat becomes stronger, and then shine just helps coat, again, it's protective layer of the coat, so the dog's coat does not get penetrated with the light, but actually light diffuses itself, and then in that moment you get so you have a light coming on the coat and reflecting it away from the coat. So you actually, at one point when you're observing the coat, you have light coming on and coming back. So in this little point, you actually see two sparkle of the lights, right? And that's actually where visually the shine shows up much more, because if it would be just a light that goes through the coat, right, then it would be just this line of the light. If the light is reflected away, then you have both of the lights that are actually adding shyness to the coat. It's optical illusion, right? So, and then we had for the long time, we had suggested actually that you do the shampoo, and then you mix and you can also mix match them for what you want. For example, for Henny today, you can use moisturizer and color, let's say, right? And you can use shine as well. But for the Gina, you can use volume, you can use moisturizer, and you can use color, because she needs a voluminizer coat, right? So whoever does Gina, you put a conditioner, like 2-3 pumps. Actually, you will need more pumps, so up to 5 pumps, right?
Yeah.
And then you add half of the dropper, half of the dropper of the volume, half of a dropper of the moisturizer, half of the color, and all of that mix well, add the water, and then just pour it and massage it inside. If you need to repeat, if you, for example, her coat is big, so if you need more, just repeat the same process again and just do that. Leave it for a couple of, that's what we find. I said, like, first just dilute these guys in the water and pour the water without rinsing it. Because now that the coat is open, right? Now you can add the additives inside and then lock it with the, if you put the conditioner on top, then it's gonna lock them and they're gonna be trapped inside the thing, right? But then the Michelle Knowns, very, very known, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she's really into this, and we have a podcast coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, so you can maybe watch it on our YouTube. It's a very interesting topic on how do we approach like a canine coat care from two perspectives, arriving to a completely same decisions, right? That was interesting to understand. And then when I sent her our test kit to kind of like go under, she said, "Oh my God, I tried this, but because the coat is so clean, it doesn't, and you don't get a chance to put any more water on dog. And then if you put all of this moisturizer and everything inside, it just kind of like flows away from the coat. Because oftentimes when the coat is very clean, it's gonna just you're gonna see the little drops of the water does not penetrate anymore because there is no place for that, right? The coat is quick clean. So if you put more water and the moisture and the additives to it, then you are actually spilling a lot of them. So she said, but if you add them to the conditioner, then the conditioner gonna act like a delivery solution to these guys, log them to the coat. It's gonna be much easier to spread them and to apply them. And because of that, you're gonna be able to make much of use of them, because first of all, they are expensive, like $50 a little bottle, right? It can still last you for 50 dogs. So compared to what brings to the table, it's not expensive, but there is no need to be spilled. So the only way for them to work actually without being dispersed, without any reason, is to add them to the conditioner. And then you leave a conditioner a little bit, like 5, maybe up to 3-5 minutes, and then rinse it promptly. So then the third thing would be rinse. And once you rinse it, then you have the next step. Step 4 would be a wrap, a towel wrap. And that was interesting. You know, when I launched my cosmetic, like maybe 10 years ago, and then the first shipment arrived to America, there was you have a book club and you have a gardening club, but you have a dog clubs. And there was a doggy mom club in Miami that was actually organized by our friend Marcy. You remember her from the Patrick Hanlon? That was a lady that introduced us to the Patrick Hanlon primal branding. Marcy Montgomery.
Yes.
So she did organize this wonderful events on Sunday, brunches with the dogs, and then she introduced the cosmetics. So all doggy parents bought those shampoos and cosmetic and started to use, because she told them and explained them how to use it. And then they started to come back and regather, and then it was interesting to, they observe one another and say, "Oh my God, you had your dog Sasha-fied," because they looked so nice. So that's actually, we are back to the primal branding. The people gonna develop the language to associate with your products and your services and everything. So Sasha-fied, but then also they said, like, how did you dry her? It looks so gorgeous. And then another mom said, "Oh, I had her in a Sasha wrap." Instead of towel wrap, they called it Sasha wrap. And some other ones are calling them baby wrap or whatever. And then you really want to keep them there literally 10 to 15 minutes, because more you have them in the wrap, less you're going to be drying them with the dryer. You also cannot over dry them in a towel, because then you won't be able to dry them properly, because you won't be able to brush them properly because now the coat is over dry. So you need to really be careful into making that distinguish when you're gonna take the dog out from the wrap. But kind of like 15 minutes should be the longest. For example, Henny can have like 10 minutes, but Gina is longer coat, she can have 15 minutes. And now from there you go to trying to find, and then 5 would be drying plus brushing. And then on 6 would be combing to know that actually you did everything, because you are able to pull and take the comb through the coat. And then the coat is not, because usually that's why it's important for you to have that holder on the side of the neck, right? And to put the dog on a table and then to use both hands, right? So now you're holding the dog and you are doing the same exactly thing that you did with the model dogs, right? So you're brushing it, you're line brushing it, because then you're gonna be able to see the line, and then you're gonna be able, while line brushing and drying at the same time, you're gonna actually dry coat evenly from the root until the top. If you're not using both hands, and if you're using just brush and blowing the and you don't have a line, then what you are doing is you're actually drying just the surface part of the dog. And then when you get deeper, the coat close to the skin gonna be dense or even wet. And if you send the dog home like that, next time when you get them, it's gonna be, if you're lucky, nothing gonna happen, but it can also develop a lot because now the coat is dense close to the root. It is, how can I say, it is wet, and it is, because of the body temperature, it's heated as well, and it's a great surface to start developing all kind of microbial problems like
mildew?
yes, that one, and then all of that can be a great foundation for infections of the fungus and all other kind of bacteria or something like that. So and then that's kind of like how you go from stage from 1 all until the 6. So that when you are combing, you're aware that there is no knots, everything is straight, the comb can go very smoothly through it, and also checking that did I have a dog dance anywhere. So I kind of like put a little more attention to that. So that would be actually all on this. More of that we're gonna go through when we're gonna talk about the coat types, coat expressions, and everything. We're gonna learn about why one shampoo and one conditioner, or the same shampoo and conditioner, is used for the Henny and for the Gina and for any other dogs, right? And our collection does not include 15 shampoos and 17 conditioners, and it's not something that we're gonna kind of like, but one shampoo, one conditioner for the dog coat, because the Gina and the Henny and anything in between, those are all dogs. And no matter how, that's very interesting phenomena, that no matter how different these dogs' coats looks, down the road it's the same protein, it's the same structure, just depending on why, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow, why the coat looks so different, that we are thinking, and we are kind of like in a false impression that they all need different type of the shampoos, because we assume that all of that is a different type of the coat. And that's what we fix with the needs. And now here you can add a millions different additives, because you're done with the foundation, and then you keep developing the elements that you need to work better with the dog and everything. Okay, do you have any questions?
No.
Any comments? Anything?
Who's doing which dog?
But the dogs chose you, so what do you think? Tell me. You are doing who? I actually said it already.
Oh, Gina.
Yeah, so there you go. So the Gina go there, you go there, and then if you don't have a place, are they busy, like with every suite is busy or no?
There's 2 free seats.
That taman. So you take one. So this would be the first time you're doing dogs alone. So and now you always need. So the very important part is that you're always in front of the dog, right? They're not kind of like a difficult dog to work with. They can all be, on a side. The Gina would also lay down if you kindly invite her. And then, what did I want to say more? Is have all the tools ready, so you're not leaving. And even if you need to go to the toolbox, you will have either one hand on the dog or take the dog with you, take the tools, and never leave a dog unattended. And never leave a dog without having one hand on a dog through the entire time of the process. Okay?
Yes.
Any questions? Are we all good?
Yep, all good?
Up and running.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, thank you. Oh my God, I cooked for 4 minutes. Can you imagine? Okay, thank you, people, for being with us tonight. I mean, like this morning. I'm gonna see you later.
You want more coffee?
Hi, Poochie, May. I just wanna say hi.